So I've seen all these people play the games with Siri, say Apple and all that.
Yeah.
Tried to set it up the same way. And you want to talk about by the book, like I set it up the exact same way because I've seen 1,001 videos on that. You know, if you can't say something and you know something, just say Apple. Like that's the way they set it up and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen videos on it and stuff. But anyways, so they'll sit there and they'll ask Siri and stuff like that, like or Alexa. I've seen people do it with Alexa.
Yeah.
But dude, I tried it with this Gemini, and I could be wrong on this, but what it was saying was like kind of mind blowing, and it actually started to aggravate me, like because it was okay. Like I said, I was talking about the moon, for instance, and I said, how come you can see all the stars behind the moon, but you can't see all the stars behind Earth? Oh, that's because Earth is brighter than the moon. It's pretty much what it said, and I'm like, now. What time of day are you talking about?
Oh yeah,
like
some of the answers, especially some of the answers on our Alexa thing. It's like it's fucking whacked out.
And
it's crazy.
Exactly, like it's almost like trying to ask a crackhead.
It's like it is.
Like some of the stuff it was saying was crackhead answers. Like, and I'm like, and you really expect me to believe that?
Did we watch the? I can't remember if that was on. If we did that or if I did that with Kat, but we were watching how like Alexa or like no, it's not the Alexa. It's the AIs how they talk to each other. We watch that and how they like. Have you seen those?
Yeah, it's like a.
Yeah, they're like.
Yeah.
It's fucking bizarre.
It's that's crazy. That's stupid.
And it's like, and they'll be like, oh, I realize you're an AI agent. You want to switch to? Oh, it's like I know it's called Gibberlink or something.
Gibberlink. I like that though. I like the name of it.
Can we switch to Gibberlink? And they just start like, and
it's the weirdest thing ever.
Yeah, it's so fucking bizarre. I'll have to like put something up to show. It's like, do you think that there's like an evil intention behind it?
Like if you're talking about evil intent, knowledge is power, and they hold the most power.
Well,
we're literally about to get like. I heard something the other day. Don't know if this is true.
Yeah.
But you know how they've got it's called like it's not just AI. They're calling it like
AIG.
AIG.
Yeah.
Okay, or AGI.
AGI, you're right.
But they have ASI. And ASI is what everybody's super afraid of.
Oh, okay.
So AGI is artificial general intelligence.
Right.
ASI is artificial super intelligence.
Oh, okay. That's like a step.
And
more evolved.
To me, once it became self-aware, and that was like back in April, okay?
Yeah.
Like, if I'm not mistaken, that's whenever they released that they now have AI that's self-aware.
They think it's basically at a place where it's pretty much kind of self-aware, yeah. But
yeah,
I mean, but it's kind of hard to tell those things too.
But well, I mean, like AI can drive cars.
Yeah.
AI can make pictures, make movies.
I mean,
make videos.
It can compute information,
make music
and stuff. It's just like, but it's like as far as like, is it able to do things of its own like volition type thing? It's like it's not. I don't know if we're there yet, but we're definitely close.
Yeah.
Like it's. I mean, when you see the stuff online, they talk about how it could be like next year that we have like we cracked.
Well, okay, like this also goes
all
back.
Those guys are weird too. That all run in.
Of course.
They're all
you think there's going to be somebody down to earth that didn't spend time in the basement most of their life that's going to be up there? Like, no.
There's that one guy, I can't remember. Oh, God, what's his name? It's like Kurtzwell or something. And he's like, he's
Cogswell.
He's like, when he talks, he's like, he's even more all over the place than I am. He's like, he's like all fucked up. That dude's he's whacked out. He's on some shit, yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
And then that one, there's that other rich billionaire guy, Peter Thiel. He like just recently like.
No, what's he own?
He owns. God, what does he?
Did you say Thiel or Beal?
Peter Thiel.
Thiel.
Yeah.
I haven't heard of him.
I think he made money with PayPal with Elon Musk or something, and then I don't know. He might be with Palantir, that one company I was telling
Okay,
you. Yeah, I think he's connected.
Palantir's on the up and up. Like, they're coming around. Not up and up in a good way, just up and up,
as
getting stronger.
Yeah, as a company. Yeah, that's what's crazy about a lot of these companies is and they know it. Like, they're more powerful than most countries. Like, these corporations are so powerful that they can really just do whatever they want. You know what I mean? But
I think that's what happened in Haiti.
Yeah. Well, I think
or Maui. Which one was it that got the
fires?
Yes,
I think that was Maui.
Yeah, it might be Maui.
It was a minute ago, wasn't it? There's so much shit that's happened in just the last 10 years. It's crazy. Just since Trump walked down the escalator in 2016, like, it seems like 20 lifetimes have happened. Like,
you're not lying. Like, you're not lying.
Even just COVID. You can just take COVID. That's like so much crazy shit has happened. It's hard to think, like, I don't know if I could take another 10 years of that. Like, that's too much.
I don't know, man. I whenever it comes to that, like, I don't know where it's going. That's why I said just be happy for today. There's an old song. You remember Creed from The Office?
Yeah.
It was his band, and it was just like, sha la la la, live for today.
Yeah.
Like, and that's pretty much where I'm at. Let's just have fun today, because I don't know what's happening tomorrow.
I mean, you pretty much, well, they say that there's like, what do you think about that simulation shit that they say that we live like? They say that there's a good chance we live in a simulation. Well, not that's a good chance. There's as likely a chance that we live in a simulation that we don't. Like, basically, they can't tell you we don't. They can't tell you we do.
Well, I mean, in some way, I'll say yes, that average person lives in a simulation, because average person, this is where homeschool's really good. Like, and a lot of people, like, there's people that will probably disagree with me. Like, if I had money right now, okay, I wouldn't want cars. I wouldn't want women. I wouldn't want trips. I'd want property.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking.
Okay, like, that's what I would want, property. Well, and whether it's for real estate value for later on, or whether it's just to make my ass a compound. If I had $1 million right now, tomorrow I'm going to go buy $1 million worth of land.
It's like, what do they expect the people who don't have property to do when the property just keeps getting, when they've turned it into a thing where it just keeps getting more expensive, more expensive, more expensive, more expensive? Yeah. The people who have property benefit from that. The people who don't benefit from that. You know what I mean? There's like entire generations of people that are our age and stuff that are like, we might never own property. That might be in the cards, you know? It's like, shit,
fuck property.
I hope not, but
I'm fuck property, dude. I'm at the point where I'm like, am I even going to have kids?
Yeah, I feel you. But it's a scary thought, because it's like, we just don't know, because I think we talked about this before. The average age for a first time homeowner is like 40.
Yeah, it was like 40, like 45.
I think it's 40. It might be 45, but it's even so. It's like, that's crazy.
It's nuts.
That's a good one. Are you able to separate the art from the artist type thing? You know what I mean by that?
Yes. Like, I like Prince's music, but I can't stand him as a person.
Right. Like, or there's like a Roman Polanski. He directed like Rosemary's Baby, but
Rosemary's Baby, Ninth Gate.
Yeah,
I'm a big fan of the Ninth Gate.
Yeah, he has a lot of good movies. I like The Pianist too.
Did he do that?
Yeah,
I did not know that.
With Adrian Brody, with like World War II.
Yeah,
it was cool. But he's like not a good guy. Like, he did some
shit. No.
Yeah.
Like, he had to actually leave the country for a while. That's why after Rosemary's Baby, like,
oh yeah, but he got in trouble for
and his girlfriend was the one that was like,
well, it was consensual, but he basically like molested like a 15-year-old. But I mean, it wasn't like rape. It was consent. It was statutory rape. But, but still, you know, he's still celebrated today. You know what I mean? It's just, it makes you think about all that shit. Like, especially with all the Epstein shit that's since come out, and how many of these people are into some fucked up shit? You know what I mean?
Oh, dude, like
most of them.
Like I said, after I saw that documentary they kept pulling off YouTube, like, I got on Reddit, and they had to start label in that documentary. It was part 3.
Yeah.
Part 3 is like where they started naming names.
You gotta cross over. Okay.
Anyways, part 3 is like where they started naming names, and they kept pulling it off the internet. Part 1 was okay because it was pretty much saying like what adrenochrome does to the human body, and like what adrenochrome is, and like it could be like and how it's harvested.
I've watched a few
documentaries, and like this was a 3-parter.
Yeah.
And then like the second part was like why would they use it, and then third part was who uses it, and they didn't like the names being named. Oh, dude, the shit I saw in that one effed me up.
It's probably some of the same shit that I've heard that I probably know, like a lot of the shit. But when it comes to like, yeah, that's why. And it's hard to know because it's like it's so outlandish. It's like if that's true, that's fucking crazy. Like,
if that, like, dude, I wouldn't watch movies by people like for the longest effing time, like. And I'm not saying they're all part of it, and I'm not saying they're not, but like,
well, you know,
there's no way that somebody can make a lie, okay?
Yeah.
About, if I wanted to lie about you.
Yeah.
Come up with a bunch of dumb shit about you, like, let's say you got popular, and I was like, oh, don't trust him. I went to school with him, and he was blah, 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 or he's blah, 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 blah.
Or he did something to somebody.
There's probably like maybe only 20% of people, no matter what I say, that's going to believe me.
Yeah.
Okay? But this stuff that's getting said about these people, it's so in depth.
Yeah.
And captivating. Like that's why like going back to what you said, the sinister. Like the immorality of it.
The reason I guess I'm more apt to believe it, that kind of shit too, is because if you just think about how rich people, like, what are they gonna? They get to a point where they're just like they want like newer and newer experiences and wilder and crazier and crazier and crazier. I can see how they would get to a point because like even psychologically, I can like think how that would happen. Like if I had so much money, I might get to a point where if I just had no inhibitions or no cares, that I just would just go crazier and crazier and crazier and just completely lose myself into hedonistic experience.
A lot of it is goals. Like, okay, like what I'm talking about is futuristic goals, okay? You don't have a bunch of money. I don't have a bunch of money. All right? So you got goals right now. And like
something to work toward. But
exactly. Like, you've got, okay, the next thing I'm going to get as soon as I get a little bit of money is A. The next thing I'm going to get whenever I get a little bit more money is B.
It's why a band's second album always sucks, because that's when once they get popular and
they get the money,
they just phone it in. They don't want to
actually. Pretty much.
Most of the time, you know, it takes like a really good dedicated band or whatever. It's the same thing with anything. Yeah, it's like once they get money, you get comfortable and you don't have that hunger, you don't have that drive.
Yeah.
That makes you unique, that makes you successful. You know what I mean? I think that's part of it. Yeah. You always have to keep it. You always have to keep yourself in check and be like, "Do I suck?
Yeah.
Like, is there a way to be better? Is there something I can do to like keep improving and stuff? Like, because if you just get to the point where you're like, no, I'm the best, and I think that's what happens when you get a bunch of status and money. You're like, fuck, I'm the best, man. Like, and then you have everybody around you say, yeah, you're awesome, just feeding your ego so they can stay in your orbit and get stuff from that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then you don't have anybody that's actually going like, no, hey, that was a dumb decision. You just, you know what I mean? What you just did or whatever. Because nobody's going to tell you that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Especially people with money, because people with money don't like to disappoint other people through conversation.
Oh, yeah, no.
I know they love to disappoint people through business, but they don't like to disappoint somebody face to face.
No, especially if it's like they're like hanger-ons. You know what I mean? Like their little clique they've got.
I'm going to tell you something. I have a theory about that too. Okay.
Yeah.
Rich people don't hit people in the face.
Yeah, they sue them.
Well, yeah, they sue them. But like what I'm saying is like, if a rich person sues a poor person, they're not going to get anything out of it.
Yeah,
They could throw them in. They could throw them in jail and stuff like that.
They could like guard.
And I think that's one reason why a rich person doesn't get that. A rich person usually isn't that mouthy, is because a poor person will usually, I'm not saying all of them, but are more likely to pop you in the face.
They got less to lose.
Exactly, they got less to lose. Exactly.
Yeah,
and maybe that's it. Maybe it's a losing thing. I didn't think about that, but like for instance, my old boss. If I was to hit him and he was to hit me, like I'm gonna lose. I don't know, $500-$600. He's gonna lose 50,000-60,000 at least.
Yeah.
So I mean, like there's a big difference.
Need dental work.
Yeah. Like, and like yeah. So I could see that, but anyways, when you don't have any, like what keeps all Americans right now going, okay, is the fact that we have goals that like spending goals, so to say, financial goals.
Yeah.
And rich people, once they get to the point where they've met all their financial goals, they got the house they want, they got the cars they want.
What do you have that's driving you?
Exactly. Yeah. And like, that's whenever it starts getting to be demented, because from what I've seen, once somebody gets that rich, they either get demented, okay, or they get depressed.
Yeah.
And it's one or the other, because money ain't doing it no more.
Right. Money's not they're at the top of the mountain, and they've got, so the only thing they want is, like you say, either they get depressed and they just don't know what to do. They have nothing to strive for, or they just keep doing crazier and crazier things.
And that's what it is.
Or you know what I mean? Whatever gets, they go out to Bohemian Grove or something and go to these weird parties and stuff, so that because it gives them some sense of, oh, this is the next step of
and blackmail's like a currency to them.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And
I think that's literally where all this is coming from. Like, let's say I was a billionaire, okay?
Yeah.
And you was a millionaire, but I wanted you to do something for me, okay?
Right.
I'd invite you to a party.
How do you?
And
how do you provide that hard leverage?
Exactly. And like, I make it to where the leverage is easy accessible, and pretty much all you have to do is choose.
Right.
But I've got cameras all over the house.
Yeah.
So whether you want to try to sneak to the bathroom and do a little something, whether you want to try to go outside and do a little something, whatever. Once you do something demeaning that you don't want out because it could crush your life, then I've got my hook in you.
And that's what it is. Yeah. I remember I talked with my mom about, because she's still, and I think a lot of people from the older generation think that way, of like, well, how could that many people keep a secret type of idea? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I feel like I used to think that too. Like, how could this many people keep a secret about anything, about the moon landing or about whatever, But it's like, when it's the threat of death, it's not
or
hard.
The destruction of life.
Yeah, and it's like, and it's hey, if you do this, and then your kids can do it, and then their kids can do it, and it's a legacy of keeping a secret.
Yeah,
and it's something that like I can totally see people doing that.
Yeah.
Like keeping a secret and then passing it on to like generation after generation type thing. Like, especially with these people that are like entrenched in the government that have been there for, 40, 50 years. I mean, and it's just, that's the real power. The people who are in there for years and years, not who is the president every 4 years. You know what I mean?
Pretty much Mitch McConnell and Nancy Pelosi.
Yeah,
both of them was there when Cross walked the earth.
Oh, I know exactly.
Like,
you see what's going on recently, in New York. 3 of Mamdani's, or like maybe 7 of Mamdani. I can't remember. Mamdani is he's the Muslim socialist democratic socialist guy.
Oh, is that the mayor?
New York. Yeah,
okay, I know who you're talking about.
A bunch of his picks just won and beat all of the establishment Democrat picks in New York, which is like a big deal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A lot of people are saying how this is the civil war of the Democrats ongoing from the Bernie Sanders thing. Because remember, Bernie Sanders was supposed to get it, and then he got robbed of it.
Oh, 100%. Bernie say if you go and ask anybody,
yeah,
That's whenever I started looking into electoral colleges was because of Bernie Sanders.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like I was on the Bernie train for a minute there too, and
Oh, the burn.
Exactly. I mean, just because it was something different. He was the populist version of Trump.
Well, he was the only.
That
I liked him because
on the left. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I liked him because he didn't go. He wasn't
saying
he wasn't the establishment.
He wasn't the establishment.
He didn't want the train to keep running the way it ran. He wanted to give it a better engine.
And then they robbed him, but it's part of that same kind of thing, but it's different now because it's looking like Mamdani is the one who's got all the power right now. You know, in terms of the party, like what's deciding the party politics of it now. And it looks like the Democratic Socialists just got some huge gains basically, and it's kind of similar to what happened to the Republican Party with like Trump and that creating kind of like a civil war in the Republican Party with creating divides and stuff inside that. And when he was like going after all the, you know, people on the stage and it was like, you brought us into wars and shit. And then he ended up bringing us into wars. But still, it was good at the time. That was good to say. It was just, you couldn't believe somebody was saying that. You know what I mean? And that's what it's that same kind of thing now happening with the Democrats in New York with Mamdani and all that. So it's interesting. Yeah. I don't know where it'll all pan out. And, you know, of course, the way that the Fox News crowd is approaching it is, oh, well, these guys hate Israel. That's like, I don't know if that's the right message to take because most people are kind of tired of Israel. It's like, is that really the angle you're taking? You know,
it's not really the fact of hate. It's just why.
It's just like, yeah, I don't know. We hate us. Like, why do they have to have so much influence in our politics?
They shouldn't have any influence.
It's like, why?
They are but a pea to our casserole.
Why is New York's politics coming down to who supports Israel and who doesn't? Like, that's so insane. Like,
yeah.
Another country who supports another country is deciding.
I'll tell you exactly why. It goes back to AIPAC. I think it's AIPAC.
Yeah.
AIPAC, something like that.
It is AIPAC, yeah.
But anyways, like, it goes back to that. They sit there and paid all, like, look at Ted Cruz. Ted Cruz, I used to love Ted Cruz.
Yeah.
All right, I've heard a couple of things that he did in Texas. He was one of them that made the list. I have less than 5 people in the government that I like.
Yeah.
Okay? And, like, he's one of them that made the list. And then he gets on there and is like, anybody that says Jews should be arrested. Like that. And, like, I'm like, you're from Texas.
Like, what?
Are you serious?
Yeah, they get all, I don't know, they get all, like, crazy about it, yeah. So you can't say Jew with hate in your heart, or it's racist.
Yeah, like, and like, how are you going to sit there and, like, it's the Jewish religion, and, like, you're literally saying Jewish, but you can't say Jew singularly.
Yeah, well, it's like you're talking about, there's different things. Like, if you're talking about the government or the people or, you know, it's like, these are different things. Like, it's not, but it's
okay. Like look at black people. Okay?
But they always take it for the worst. They always take it through the worst things. Like, if you say, like, I can't believe what Israel's doing over there. Like, so you hate Jewish people? Like, no, I'm just talking about the actual government of Israel, not. But they'll take you the worst possible, like, interpretation of what you're saying. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
What were you gonna say?
What I was going to say is, like, if you look at, like, black people and what they've had to come through throughout the years whenever it comes to language, like, you know, there's certain words that they don't like, okay? Because there's no way to say those words nice, okay? And, like, slurs, we'll say that.
Yeah.
Because there's no way that the word's not a slur, okay? If you could say something with hate, like, you know, oh, black people over there, that's still racist, okay? But if you say something like, well, it was a black person, like that, that's not racist because the mirror reflects the same, okay?
No,
Are they really going to cause us Caucasian or that white person?
It's your intent, I feel like. That's
exactly.
What makes it racist.
Exactly.
It's how,
so, I mean, like,
your intention.
You can't, you especially in America, you cannot sit there and censor what somebody says. There can be cause and effect, okay? Yeah. Because what used to happen was, like, whenever you would say those slurs, you usually got your ass beat.
Right, that was,
okay, and that was the cause and effect. Right. And if these Jewish people want to start beating ass, like, if these Jewish people want to start beating ass, then that's fucking fine.
They want to play, I hate to say it, but they want to play the victim.
No, don't be calling me names.
Yeah. Well, it's if they want to play the victim card. Like, no, we're an oppressed minority, but it's like you can't.
You're not oppressed. You're not oppressed. The poor is oppressed.
You're actually like an on the go minority. You're like really like you got some shit down. You got it going.
Yeah. Go to Hollywood. They'll love you out there.
Well, you know, I heard this statistic the other day.
If it's about is it about the actors?
It's about Hollywood. It's about how, you know,
literally over 90%.
20 years ago, 90% of films, or 95 maybe, even more filmed in Hollywood.
Uh-huh.
Today, it's like 35%. It's crazy. They lost their cultural thing that made them important. So
well, I hate saying this, and I mean this in no anti-Semitic way.
Yeah.
But everything that was going on over there in Hollywood was all the way like Mel Gibson looked like a psychopath because he started talking about it first. But I've heard him say some stuff that's unbelievable. And if you don't believe me, go look at what he says about Christopher Walken. I was like, yeah, he might be a little crazy.
What did he say about Christopher Walken?
Oh my God! Like you haven't seen that, dude? He says that they were filming a movie.
Well, okay. Supposedly wasn't Christopher Walken on the boat when what's her name died? That famous actress, some famous actress died on the boat with Christopher Walken, and he was like just tangentially there for some reason. But anyways, I'll figure it out later. What were you saying?
How old was the actress? I'm pretty good.
This was like, I might have to Alexa. When Christopher Walken was on the boat, which actress died?
From Digitelsky.com. Walken was a guest on the boat of actress Natalie Wood and
Robert Wagner.
Accidentally drowned in California. By the way,
Alexa off. Yeah.
That's a weird.
She accidentally drowned. She
Yeah.
was with her husband.
He doesn't think it was an accident.
Yeah, I mean it's weird, right? Like it's fucking weird. But what were you saying about
Robert Wagner was actually like pretty significant, like in Hollywood,
yeah,
or at least on TV. Like,
and Natalie Wood was like a big actress at the time, and she just mysteriously drowned. I think people think they might have been fighting.
Maybe she was acting like she could swim.
Maybe she was acting like she could swim.
No, that's messed up. I'm sorry.
No, that's good.
But anyways,
okay. So
no, like what Mel Gibson said was he was filming a movie. Okay, I don't know what movie. I don't know what year. Okay, but he said Christopher Walken was a fucking vampire. Okay, and he said this dude glides over to him, doesn't take a step, fucking glides over to him, and says some stuff to Mel Gibson, and
and freaked him the hell out.
I enjoy some of your movies. I don't know if he said it like Dracula or not. I can't remember. You got to look at what Mel Gibson said.
That's crazy.
But it's what he said about Christopher Walken. And I'm like, it was just, I'm not saying I believe that. But
was it Mel Gibson on, I don't remember, but wasn't he found he has his own island. Did you know that? Like, I mean, I'm going to say like Epstein, but
hunting is definitely legal on that island. Like hunting is definitely legal on that. You could shoot the birds from 1,000 feet. You're allowed to shoot planes on that island.
Yeah, there's still a few. I think the guy from Virgin Records, he has Robert Branson or something.
Branson, that's the guy that owns all Virgin,
yeah.
What used to be Virgin Mobile and everything.
That's a guy you don't hear about much too.
No, you don't.
Yeah, you don't hear about much, but
you don't hear about Branson. I actually wondered what happened to him.
Yeah, well, he has his own island. I know that.
Yeah,
I know somebody was talking about it, but
he's probably putting a bunker in like everybody else.
Probably.
They know something, and see, that's another thing. The elites, the powers that be,
that's why people think Peter Thiel went to Argentina or South America. Yeah.
Speaking of Argentina, no, I'm thinking of Antarctica. But the dude, what's his name? Wood. His last name is Wood, and he just died. His last Oliver Tree.
Oliver Tree, yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Did you look at some of the stuff that he was into?
I did, yeah.
Dude.
It was into some weird shit.
Nah, dude, they capped his ass. They capped his ass. He literally went down to Antarctica, pointed at holes in the eyes, and be like, "That's an entry point." That's how they get into the base, like under Antarctica.
Oh shit!
And then after that, he was.
I did hear he went to Antarctica. I did hear he went to Antarctica, but That's the thing with him. He would always say this wild shit too. And yeah,
But then he got on a podcast.
Yeah.
And this is what he said on the podcast. Swear to God. All right. He was saying that super elites like the Elon Musk and the Nadiva, I had to say it for me the other day.
NVIDIA.
NVIDIA. If I ain't mistaken, it was Elon Musk and NVIDIA, like number 1, number 2 companies right now in America.
Yeah.
Or richest people like right now in America.
Right.
And like not counting Rockefellers, but technically they're not in America. But anyways,
but the AI bubble is like the biggest thing.
Rothschilds, not Rockefellers.
Yeah.
Rothschilds. But anyways,
the Rockefellers are still around.
Yeah, that's old money. And like old money will always be richer than new money.
Yeah. Well, that's also like separated a bunch of family members. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I mean, they still have influence through shit. You know.
Shit. They got more money than what you ever think.
Oh shit. Yeah.
Like last I had a count, the Rothschilds was worth $480 trillion.
Oh yeah, that's it.
Trillion.
Elon Musk became a trillionaire since the last episode.
Oh yeah. But anyways, all that crap about him going to space, like him and that other person,
yeah,
instead of building underground bunkers, they're trying to figure out how to survive in space. Now, I had a friend tell me, and I haven't had a chance to look this up, and this could be a bunch of crap, okay? So take this with a grain of salt. But I had a friend tell me that the last time people went up for SpaceX, I think I said that a way that it came out as something else. But
I heard it.
Anyways, whenever he took them up there, he had like a lot of like water and stuff like that for them, and kept them up there to the point of them running out of food and water. And they were in space, like you can't be in space for so long or something like that without the Earth's gravity. And like whenever they came back,
it'll mess with your bones.
By the time they came back down to Earth, they were like swollen, like pretty much like their bodies. Now this is hearsay, because I don't like the fact that I haven't read anything about this. It's just what somebody told me. And I'm sitting here thinking, I was like, well, if Oliver Tree says that he's trying to go up there and build a fucking place to live up there,
up in space,
like in outer space, and you know, and then he's running supposable experiments to see how long these people can survive up there. Like, you know, and at the end of the day, like Oliver Tree was definitely shut up. Like,
you think the helicopter crash was?
That's fake. That's just as fake as Kobe's.
Yeah.
Okay, like that's just as fake as Kobe's.
It is weird.
Not only that, but you got to look where Kobe got his.
Well, wasn't it like to the day of Kobe's too, or something?
That part I don't know.
I think
I have no idea on that.
It was like on the same day.
Please tell me that one of the fucking what do they call them girls? Kardashians. Please tell me it was one of the Kardashians helicopters.
No, I don't think so.
Like,
yeah, I looked into that a little bit, but it's so weird. It's very bizarre because he was kind of like a performance artist kind of guy too, wasn't he? He did music, but he kind of did shocking things, and he even talked about faking.
Oliver Tree.
Yeah, he even talked about.
Oliver Tree, like the way I understand, and I could be wrong on this because I don't know a terrible lot about him. I just started looking stuff up on him a little bit ago.
Yeah.
But like after what I heard him say about, going back to what I was saying about him, the elites are going up there and they're trying to do stuff and trying to live in outer space, like the super elite. But the other people are building bunkers underneath here. And he was talking about how they have underground highways and shit like that. And just saying a lot of shit.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, we don't hear from Oliver Tree no more. This dude's younger than me.
Yeah,
it's a Kappy situation, like Isaac Kappy. It's the same kind of shit.
Who's Isaac Kappy? I don't know if I know.
You don't know who Isaac Kappy is?
I don't know if I know.
Back when COVID was going on, he's the one that came out and said Seth Green, Steven Spielberg, and Tom Hanks are pedophiles, and then was like, he said, "I'm not suicidal" at the end. Like he said, "I'm not suicidal in any way." And then all of a sudden,
Seth Green. That's who I look like.
But I know, like 2 days later, he jumped off a bridge, landed on a highway, and got hit by a semi. Supposedly committed suicide.
Yeah, no, I never heard about him. I mean, I had heard about those rumors.
Yeah, like
during COVID. especially about Tom Hanks and stuff.
Well, I'm going to tell you the most damning one on Tom Hanks.
Yeah.
And this was like, I'm not into QAnon. Okay, I'm not. Like, I'm going to openly say that. I'm not into it. But this is something I heard from it.
Okay.
But they were showing, and I might still have the picture somewhere. If I do, I'll pull it up and give it to you. But they were talking about how, I don't know if you remember this, but all of a sudden, Tom Hanks and his wife was in Australia.
Right. And they were one of the first celebrities to get COVID.
Yeah.
Too. Yeah.
Okay, well, it was showing them while they were in Australia.
Yeah.
And there was they did like a video. I don't want to say a podcast, but they did a video.
Yeah.
Coming from their room. And it supposedly showed a typewriter in front of them, and they were sitting on a bed.
Yeah.
But if you look at the door frame, all right, and I only know this because I worked in the mall, and I know you remember this. You remember them stupid-ass barcodes they would have everywhere?
Yeah.
On the security checkpoints, and the security guards have to go around and go,
Yeah.
beep, beep,
Yeah.
and like show that it's been checked.
Yeah.
Okay. Had one of them at the top of the door frame.
Okay.
And like, that can't be a bedroom if somebody has to go and security check it.
Yeah, that is weird.
Like, you can't have a room that's set up as a bedroom 5 hours a day.
But somebody has to go
And
through
like, and then somebody
check
has to
around.
come by and check it out. Like, that's exactly what that thing was a security checkpoint. I've got the fucking picture on my phone.
Wow.
Like, and like, there's
That is
certain
weird.
ones I see and I'm like, yeah, I'm going to want to reference that later.
Yeah.
And like, I've had the picture on my phone since 2025 or 2020.
2020.
And like, I've actually transferred phones and it's went to my other phone. Like,
That is odd. I mean,
but seriously, like, you can literally
there's some stuff with his son too. The one, not Colin Hanks, but the other one.
Chet.
Wasn't his son saying some weird stuff too?
Oh god, his son had a freaking Illuminati tattoo on his chest, and he's like, "Yeah, this is what we're about. This is what we're about. Can't mess with me," and stuff like that. And then you look at the other one, the other Hanks boy, and you're like, he looks just like Tom. He acts just like Tom.
He does.
Where in the fuck was that other kid adopted? Like, yeah,
He
like,
went his own way.
if you look at Tom Hanks and look at Tom Hanks' wife,
Chet Hanks.
Tom Hanks' wife was, if you're not familiar with her, she played the mom in Jingle All the Way. The one that was married to Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
That's
okay,
Tom
I can
Hanks.
see that. Yeah.
That's Tom Hanks' wife.
Yeah.
Okay? She's mild, man.
Kind of like a C actress. I mean,
yeah,
she's
something
not-
like that.
yeah.
BC, something
Yeah.
like that. But anyways, she's mild mannered, like from what I've seen.
Yeah. Yeah.
She's never had like a I'm queen bitch or something like that role. Like,
Yeah.
you know, where she's like just like chewing people's heads off. She's all like, and I feel like,
It is
you know,
something-
I know they're acting, but I feel like the inside of them, like, you know, they're kind of mild on the inside.
yeah.
Tom Hanks don't take roles where he's just being a bastard.
Well, he's kind of was made to seem like, oh, he's America's dad kind of figure.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He would be the equivalent of an American sweetheart as an actor.
Yeah. Yeah. And especially like,
Because a lot of our iconic roles, and this goes back to Steven Spielberg, but a lot of his iconic roles was like Forrest Gump and Saving Private Ryan and stuff like that. And he was he comes off as a local hero.
yeah, he comes off as like an everyman. Kind
Yeah, exactly. Like, everybody has the ability to be a Tom Hanks.
Yeah.
Like, he never has done anything outrageous to where you're like, oh man, he bit a 40-foot thick bar of steel or something like that. Like, nothing outlandish.
It's
like
yeah. When he's in the war movies, he's always like,
average Joe.
he's an average Joe, but he's leading his men.
He's
type
just
of, yeah.
he's got a very pragmatic way about it.
Yeah.
And his wife does too. And his son, not Chet, does too.
Yeah.
But Chet acts like, I guess he's just done a whole fucking gold bar worth of
Yeah.
cocaine.
He's done a lot
Because,
of
I mean, this dude is just whacked.
he went his own way, man.
He went his own way.
There's something weird about the whole like him.
How's
getting,
he making money?
I don't know. I
He
think
doesn't have any talent
I
unless a
think he-
bitching that you get paid for.
I think he raps.
Oh, yeah, somebody's totally going to do that.
He raps.
Like,
and-
Jamie Kennedy was more of a rapper in fucking
and yeah.
Malibu's Most Wanted
I know
than
what you're
what,
talking about.
what Chet Hanks is.
There's something weird about Tom Hanks getting COVID though, like, and like that being like the first
Well,
celebrity.
here's
and-
also the weird thing about that.
Yeah.
After Australia, they come home for literally a week, get their shit, and go to Greece.
Yeah.
And now they're residents of Greece. Why Greece? Greece is one of the only countries where pedophiles considered a mental illness and not a crime.
That's weird.
Now,
yeah, he is.
So you got that dude that guy that got on there and said Kappy that said no, I'm not suicidal and stuff like that, and he had like what they call a dead man switch. So if he gets killed, the shit gets released, and that's pretty much what happened. There was a bunch of shit that got released.
Well,
like after Kappy died was whenever all that Wayfair crap started showing up, and people started paying attention to it. It's whenever all the stuff like Tom Hanks used to post his stuff on his, I think it was a Twitter. Okay, it could have been an Instagram. I'm not sure. It's one of them. But he would show stuff like a sock, one single sock, or one single glove. And they even had him on Conan O'Brien talking about it at one point. Why do you post this stuff? And he goes, well, I just like wonder where the other one is. Why is there only one whenever we buy them in pairs, we wear them in pairs? Like, why is one off and one's on? Or something like that. But other people theorize that it's looks like an abduction scene. Like where somebody pulled somebody in a van and maybe a sock came off or something like that.
That's kind of like supposed to send like a different kind of message.
Exactly, because it's always one of a pair that he takes a picture of. But there was one that he took a picture of.
Yeah.
And chalk on the ground. This isn't going to be the right words, but it was something like RXM or something like that. And it was like Foursquare, and it was like RXM, and this one was blank. Well, people got on the internet and they tried to put it in there. Okay? And if you put it in like English, like American or from England, like put it in one of their search engines, it comes up as nothing.
Yeah.
But if you take that same phrase and put it in a Russian search engine, it comes up with nothing but kitty porn.
Wow. So it's like a secret message or something that's supposed to...
I'm not sure. Also, Steven Spielberg's adopted daughter like did OnlyFans for a little while, from what I understand.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
and she's kind of messed up in the head too.
Yeah, it's weird that she would have to do that.
Like,
I was going to talk about the Biolab thing that Tulsi Gabbard was talking about recently. Did you see that where she was talking about?
I didn't see where she was talking about it.
Yeah, I mean, she basically said that. Yeah, I mean, Fauci was funding secret biolabs all over the country and in China, and just basically all that shit was true. All the shit that people were saying back then about it came from a lab, and how, you know, we were told that was racist, or to call it, you know, like, you couldn't even call it like the China, or what? No, we couldn't. Sorry, was it the China virus? Yeah, is that what people were calling it? Couldn't call it that. Even though
that's whenever I love Trump, because he didn't give a fuck. Yeah, I just love people that don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
he literally got up and be like, "You don't want me to call it the China virus? Where did it originate from? China."
Yeah, I mean, even if we were funding shit over there to make it happen, it still came from there.
Yeah,
but it's just, that's crazy, man.
I mean, at first it was called the Wuhan virus.
Yeah,
and then whenever you call it the China virus, that's, you know,
that's too far. Yeah,
it's too far. Whenever Wuhan is more specific than China is.
But it just makes you think. I mean, if that's true, then it just makes you think, was it done intentionally too?
Oh, like, well, I mean, the thing is, COVID, whether it was released or not,
they took advantage of it to tighten control.
I said this a long time ago. COVID was an experiment.
Well, yeah, it was definitely
it was a trial run.
Well, on people, yeah, it was definitely.
It was to see. We have never had anything like that in the world or in the U.S.
Yeah,
and like,
well, people in America too were just more than most of us. Well, maybe not as much, maybe like half now, but
Well,
At
see,
least half of us are just in that mindset of fuck that. I'm not. No, fuck it.
well, see, that's whenever I started staying quiet because I knew what they were doing to it.
Yeah.
They were.
Oh yeah.
They were generalizing population by areas of population.
Yeah.
Okay, there's a simpler way to say that, but that's what it was. So stereotyping, well, not stereotyping, but like just generalizing. And what I mean by that is
Well,
like this, like,
the data.
oh, well, you don't want to wear a mask. Then where do they live? What do they do? And like stuff like that.
They were counting deaths that weren't like that people that didn't
Yeah.
even die of. It was just crazy, man. Like all.
Well, not only that, but if you look at average flu numbers,
yeah, it was
a
like the
year,
same, yeah,
it was around the
it
same.
was around the same.
And here's something really weird.
Yeah.
If you look up the 2020, the year of COVID, 2020 to 2021,
yeah.
all right, that stretch of COVID, get on there and look up flu virus and how many cases was there. You will have like you will have over probably like 30,000 cases at least a year,
Yeah.
okay, of the flu
Right.
in the U.S.
There's a lot of things, yeah, where they weren't counting the cold
It
virus.
was like
flu
less
virus.
than 1,000
Yeah.
during
So-
2020 to
right, so
2021.
supposedly only 1,000.
And
people
what they
died.
were doing was taking the flu numbers and making them the
Yeah.
COVID numbers.
That's what they were. That they were fudging
Because
the
it's the
numbers
exact
everywhere.
same thing.
Yeah. They
It's
were
the exact
fudging
same
the numbers everywhere and just making it seem worse than it was, so that they could keep that level of control going. You know. And it's like anybody who spoke out about it on social media or said anything.
Oh yeah, demonize the hell out of it.
Yeah.
Demonize the hell out of
Or they ban you or try to get you fired or you're killing grandma.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, that's when I was like, oh shit, yeah, I gotta be careful. You can't even say anything.
and then
Right
like
now.
now people, it's getting to where it's almost like 9/11. It's getting to where it's so long ago that, you know, you can start to talk about it.
Right, yeah.
Like 9/11, you didn't say shit about in the first 3 years. Like you didn't say nothing about that.
I mean,
Like first 3 years, it was like, you talking about 9/11? You're gonna burn in hell.
that definitely brought the country together more than I've ever seen, for sure. Like people were like gung ho,
But
it was like gung ho.
I like it. I
wanna
like
get
how
some
they got to.
distribution.
I like how they got together on a defensive level, because people's like, come on over here, I'll show you what for. And I like that. I like that mentality.
Yeah,
All right. Like,
it would take something like that again to get us, unfortunately, in that mindset, because we're so divided and stuff now. You know.
exactly. And like, that's one reason why the COVID experiment had to stop, in my opinion, is because it started to offer unity, such as Black Lives Matter and stuff like that. People was out of work. They didn't have nothing to do. So yeah, let's go rally for this, this
George.
injustice
Yeah, yeah.
or injustice. And, you know, so once people started to unify, it all was over.
Well, yeah. So you lock people up for a year and a half, and they're gonna be like a little testy.
Yeah,
They
well,
get
they're not only are they testy, but like, you know, the only thing that really divides people the most is wealth. And when everybody's out of work, because I heard of people losing their job that was making 6 figures, and like whenever
people
you
are losing their job because they wouldn't get the vaccine and
yeah,
stuff like that. That's a little.
oh,
wild.
they still got jobs that sit there and like blackball you into getting it.
Yeah.
If
I
you want to
saw
work in a
videos
pharmacy
where-
anywhere, you have to have it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I saw videos where they were forcing soldiers to get it. They were like coming in and like forcing them to get it and stuff.
Yeah, I would have left the army. I don't
Yeah.
care if I had to live in Iran the rest of the time.
Yeah, it's wild, man. Well, let me jab you with this experimental mRNA vaccine.
They would have found me out there like Yoda years later, just living in a fucking stump or something.
Well, once they started to be like, oh, well, the kids need to get it too. I was like, that doesn't even make sense. The kids,
It doesn't.
even, like, they're not affected by it. Why would we be doing that? Oh, yeah, that was just a mess, man.
Well, once they got the kids out of school, and I don't mean it bad, but any parent knows this.
Well,
School spreads virus more than anything else.
yeah,
Okay, if
Yeah, for
your
sure.
kid even has the sniffles and you send them to school, they're not going to sit there and be like, "Oh, I don't need to wipe my nose on this,"
but
or "I don't need to like."
wouldn't a better way of doing it would have been to isolate the old and the sick, and everybody else had just lived their lives and let the economy go, and we wouldn't be so fucked up right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That would have been a better way to do it.
Yeah.
And we wouldn't be living in such an inflationary time right now because of all the fucking money printing they did.
I have a different theory on inflation. Like when it comes to inflation, I think one thing they did with COVID was an experiment, and I think that, and I'm probably wrong. This is just everybody's got an opinion, and this ain't no more or less than an opinion.
Yeah.
But in my opinion, and there's no fact, it's just opinion. But I think COVID was an experiment. I think that the inflation at the same time that COVID was going on was around the same time that our deal with Saudi Arabia that was made by Richard Nixon for 50 years.
Yeah.
Where we offer protection. Oh, sorry. Where we will offer protection. Is it still on?
It's still on.
Okay. Anyways, the U.S. offers protection to Saudi Arabia. We come to them for anything. Doesn't matter what happens. If somebody attacks Saudi Arabia, America's there. Kind of like the way we're doing with Israel right now. Okay?
Right, basically.
Then, Saudi Arabia, what they had to do is if they sold any oil, it had to be sold with U.S. dollars.
Yeah.
So that's whenever we got off the precious metal reserve.
The gold standard.
No, the gold standard left before that, honestly. We was kind of like on a silver standard.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Okay?
I think I know
because before Richard Nixon did this, we had silver certificates.
We still had some precious metal stuff.
Yes.
Yeah. But
and
then that moved us to an entirely oil-based economy.
Well, their dollars was oil-backed because you couldn't. The main producer of oil back then was Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
Okay? And you couldn't buy Saudi Arabian oil. I don't care if you was China and you wanted to buy 10 gallons. I don't care if you wanted to buy 10 million gallons. You couldn't buy shit unless you bought it with American dollars.
Yeah.
So that means all these countries had to handle American currency.
Yeah.
Because all these countries wanted that. So that was the deal on it. And that expired let's say 2019, because it was between 2018 and 2020 that expired. Okay? Actually, I take that back. If I ain't mistaken, it went into play. It was signed in 19... Shit, I don't know. But anyways,
you think that's connected to when COVID, because it ended at the same time?
That's connected to the inflation.
Yeah.
Because about the time that expired, and that's what was backing our dollar.
Yeah.
We have nothing backing our dollar now. Our dollar is like coupons. And they started printing money again after that.
Yeah.
They didn't print money from like 2016 all the way to like 2023 or 2022. And then all of a sudden they start printing money again.
Yeah.
And
it was because it was an emergency.
It was an emergency. It's because of inflation.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about. And what's going to wind up happening is we're going to
they're betting on the AI bubble right now.
Well, right now there's another currency that's starting to pop up. Okay? And I'm not necessarily saying crypto, because there's also QFS, which is like gold back.
Oh, yeah.
Okay? And that's like returning to the gold standard. But no matter what, our economy has to go and stop before another reserve, before another type of money can be introduced as our main trade. So the way they did the penny, and they're like, we're no longer going to make pennies. They're going to start doing that with other shit. Okay? And it's going to start with the change, and people's like, oh, I understand. Who the hell wants to hold a quarter? Like that.
Move us off paper money entirely.
And then after that, it's going to go to dollars. And it's going to be like, oh, well, there's no more ones anymore. There's no more fives. There's no more tens.
Everything.
There's no
digital.
more 50s. And it's just going to be 20s and 100s. Like if you need something. And
that'd be wild.
That also goes back to inflation. Inflation helps that market.
Well, yeah, it's like, I think we're living in a time where everything, it's like the whole country's on credit. You know what I mean? Like we're really spending 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times what we actually have, but we're just putting it off.
Yeah, and that it's already been announced that like our kids won't have retirement.
Yeah, well, I mean,
they won't have Social Security.
They won't have Social Security, or yeah.
Like they won't have Social Security, they won't have Medicare.
Well, the baby boomers will get it, and that's as long as they get it, and that's what's good. And
well, the baby boomers is the one that set it up and stuff like that. And I'm not hating on the baby boomers. I'm not. Because where the problem wasn't the baby boomers. It was in 1980 when we decided to sell out as a country. We decided to get rid of all the quality that was in America.
Yeah.
That's whenever repairmen started to leave for appliances. Okay? If you did appliances, like, and you as a repairman you had a great job. Like a Maytag repairman or something like that.
In the 80s, that's when the Japanese boom happened.
Well, that's whenever we started getting cheaper stuff. And now it's cheaper to replace your TV than to have somebody come fix it. But way back when, it was cheaper to have somebody come fix it than replace it. And that has to go back to inflation. Yeah. Also, another way that we haven't realized it is, I don't know if you've ever heard of this, but through miniaturization. Okay? And that's through our foods. And I don't know if have you ever grown, like whenever you was growing up, did you eat Little Debbie's?
Yeah, of course.
Everybody's got one they like.
Yeah.
What's yours? Fudge round? What is it?
I get probably like a
Star Crunch. You're one of them weirdos.
No, I mean I like Twinkies. I like Swiss rolls. I like oatmeal cream pies. Yeah,
oatmeal cream pies. Yeah. That's a good one because I just found this out. When you was a kid, all right, and I know that your hands, everybody's hands, whenever they was a kid, was smaller than what an adult hand is. That's a given. All right, but I kid you not, I measured it. Minus, like where that bend is right there, to these bends down here, is how big an oatmeal cream pie is now.
Yeah,
an average one.
They're tiny.
Super tiny.
Yeah.
Almost to like salad crouton size.
Yeah.
Like they're so small that they can't be unhealthy anymore.
It's like a little cookie size now. It's like that.
Tiny.
Yeah.
It's like the rim of your glasses.
Oh yeah.
Like that's almost the size of them. They're just bigger.
Yeah.
Just a little bit. But it's almost to the rim of your glasses.
They used to be big, and you could see the filling on the side too. I feel like you could like see it would be coming out a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And now it's just like a closed.
Oh yeah, on all sides
with just a little cream inside.
Dude, I had gotten. Do you remember? Okay, so that we got the oatmeal cream pies, and that pissed me off whenever I saw that.
Yeah.
I was like, you've got to be kidding me.
Yeah.
Like I saw one of them, and I was like, that's a fucking bite. I've got to open a package for a bite. This is worse than that. What's it called? The Japanese dough cereal or dough ice cream. Munchie.
Oh, mochi or something.
Mochi, that's it. Yeah. I think it's mochi.
Yeah.
To sit there and get one of those, like that's super expensive for what? Dippin' Dots are better. Let's spend money on that. Like. What? That stuff is gross.
Yeah.
The last thing I want around a scoop of ice cream is a biscuit. All right?
Maybe that's like a weird Japanese thing.
It's nasty.
Maybe, yeah.
Like I can eat sushi. I can eat any of it. That's gross. Like that's absolutely gross. But anyways, in saying that, so they also came out whenever we was all younger with the big ones. You remember how they would have the box and it would be the big ones over at like Walmart and stuff like that.
I feel like I do remember.
Okay, and it was like, dude, I'm not lying to you. Whenever you got one of those big ones, it was about that big around.
They were giant.
Yeah. Okay? And now the giant ones are the size of the regular ones used to be. And the regular ones literally are so small you can play Monopoly with them. Like,
they're doing that with a lot of food and stuff now.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
They put more air in the bags of chips.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, it goes back to it's a form of inflation, but it's through the food. Yeah. And it's like miniaturization.
They put less detergent in the.
Exactly. All of it. All of it.
Yeah.
And, dude, I'm going to tell you right now, like, here in the next little bit, there's going to have to be some kind of a race. Because if they used to have this restaurant called Stakeout.
Yeah.
Okay. Stakeout was a restaurant where they would cook, burgers, fries.
Yeah.
Maybe Phillies or something like that. But you could get it delivered to your house.
Yeah.
They had their own delivery drivers, kind of like a pizza place would.
For steaks and
Yeah, like
sandwiches,
anything from like a steak, just normal food.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
And you get it delivered. Well, back in the day, it was pricey. It was probably like they had an inflation of like, I don't know, $2 on everything.
Yeah.
And, you know, whenever somebody came and delivered it, you could give them a tip. All right. So, but DoorDash now, like, not only are the increments effing tiny, like yesterday I thought, you know, I wanted something light, not that heavy. So I just wanted fettuccine.
Yeah.
Okay. Not fettuccine with chicken. I just want a regular
Just
fettuccine.
some regular fettuccine. Yeah.
And once I saw that the regular fettuccine was $2 less than the one with the chicken in it, I was like, well, fuck it, give me the damn chicken.
Yeah.
But in saying that, we get that fettuccine and the 10-inch round or 8-inch round little metal circles